Welcome to Bet Formula, the best second half goal traders on the planet. You can receive free second half goal signals by clicking on the links in the comments and description section below. And I'm going to show you how you can potentially make 100k plus in a year football betting on second half goals. I'm not going to get too much into the figures because I'm going to explain how it works by betting on second half goals and then slowly explaining a little bit about how you can get up to that 100k mark, right? The most important thing is the actual signal, the second half goal tip. What is it that we're actually doing? Well, we've been second half goal betting for a long time. Now, what we've decided to do over the years is try to create an automated signal, that's a tip, that's sent 45 minutes into a match that tells you there's a high chance of a goal being scored in the second half. I'm going to explain to you how you use these signals and how you should potentially be second half goal betting if you decide to go it your own way rather than click on the links in the comments and description section and get involved with us. Okay, quite a mouthful, but here we are. This was a signal sent yesterday. This is in a free Telegram channel. Once again, you can join. We do this to show you we're fully transparent. Unlike others, we like to show tangible, real results of what can be achieved. So you can clearly see it was 1-0 to the away side. Parma was behind. Parma started the match as a favourite. And as this was sent 45 minutes into a match during a half-time break, the odds on Bet365 were 1.2. So that's a 1.2 on Bet365. So this potentially could have been as high as a 1.25 on the Betfair exchange, potentially anywhere between a 1.2 to 1.25 on the exchange. So we've got this signal. Now, I'm quickly going to explain how to use this signal. Now, what you do, you receive a signal and you simply wait for odds to rise to 1.5 and then you place your bet at odd 1.5. If a goal is scored between 1.5, no bet is placed. You're simply looking to bet at 1.5 for a goal to be scored. If you want to place a second bet and no goal has been scored, you then bet another bet at odds 2. So potentially 2 bets at 1.5 and 2. Very, very simple to follow, right? So you receive the signal. You don't bet when it arrives. You instead wait for odds to arrive at 1.5 before placing your bet, or you set this up on your exchange. Very, very simple. Now we can clearly see why this was a great signal. If we see the expected goals, we can see this is already above a 1.6, so more approaching 2. With a second half to go, so it's indicating that there could have been a goal. We don't pay any attention to the expected goal, but this is just a little stat you have. You have corners, momentum. You can clearly see the momentum was with the home side. Shots on target, shots off target, attacks, dangerous attacks, red cards, possessions. You can clearly see the home team was a goal behind. But all of the facts other than shots on target were leaning towards Parma. Average goal scored, Parma 1.6. The away side at 0.4. So we can clearly see that Parma normally score 1.6 on average in the last 5 matches. And this also adds up to 2. We've only got 1 goal in. So when this signal arrived, even though it was a newly programmed signal and I knew for a fact that none of these statistics mattered, if you actually looked at the stats, you can see this is a very, very, very good match. And in the end, there was more than 1 goal. There was a whole array of goals. And the match ended up 2-3. So, 62 minutes in, odds 1.5 was definitely reached on the Betfair exchange, probably on Bet365. So we've got the bet reached then. And for those guys who like to bet on 2 goals in the second half, because some do, some like to bet at half time, wait for the second half to start, and when odds 2 arrive for 2 more goals, then you can also back that for 2 more goals at around about odds 2, which means no screen time, just in case you don't have the exchange. And you could have seen plenty of goals, so this wasn't an issue for goals at all. So we advise 1 more goal, and we always will advise 1 more goal, because whenever we start talking about 2 more goals in the second half, the strike rate and the variance can be really, really rough. So it may seem a good idea at first, but it isn't a good idea. Okay, you can potentially win sometimes with 2 more second half goals, but play it safe and back 1 more goal. It's 1.5. And if you want to place an extra bet on the same match, wait for odds to rise to 2. So 1.5 and 2. You can vary these odds between, but we don't advise you ever place more than 2 or 3 more bets on the same match for 1 more goal to be scored in the second half. Now, a lot of people are negative and cynical about how much you can actually make. But I'm telling you right now, if you're based in the UK, you have access to nearly all of the sportsbooks, the Betfair Exchange, Smarkets, and all the other exchanges. There is no reason you can't make £100,000. Okay, that's £100,000 profit. There's no reason you can't do this. All of those people telling you can't make £100,000 is only because they're already limited, they're already banned, they're already suspended, or they're paying super commission. So all of them people telling you that this game's over is only because they've already taken money out of the game. So if you're football betting in the UK, you can for sure make £100,000 plus with a winning method like our second half goal signals. There's no ifs or buts about it. You're doing that by using exchanges. You can use Smarkets and Betfair exchanges. So you can make all of that money before any commissions actually charged. So there's no high commission. And then you've got so many online sports books that will have football matches at a high level that you can really go through them before they start limiting your accounts or looking into it. So you will not be able to make millions if you're based in the UK. That's simply not going to happen. But yes, you can make £100,000 in the course of your betting on second half goals. Now, how long this will take would depend on your starting bank, and it would depend on how many bets you place. For some of you, it'll be a really quick process. For some of you, it could be a really, really long process. But it is a fact. You can still make £100,000 profit. That could be made in 6 months, a year, 2 years. It doesn't matter. You can take £100,000 out of this game, second half goal betting in the UK. So forget about these limited accounts, forget about the bookies banning you and all of this super commission on the exchange. That will only apply once you've taken 100k out of the game. Okay, you can go into betting shops, you can go into place on numerous sports books, on exchanges. You don't even really need betting shops, but that's another option you can take, and we will explain that in detail, how you can also get around it once you've made your 100k. But for now, the most important thing is that you know that you can make £100,000 if you are based in the UK. I'm not sure about other countries because we're talking about all of the sports books people can access within the UK, and we're talking about the Smarkets and Betfair exchanges, which really do help. Now, clearly, you're not going to be able to place every single little signal on low-level leagues on every single sports book, because some of them only offer the pretty major league matches like the Serie A, Premier League, but there's plenty of those signals, so make sure to get involved in the Telegram. So this is me saying, forget all the negativity. All of the people being negative are the ones that have already made their money. All the ones being negative are the ones that are paying the higher commission, that are limited because they've already won with their winning strategy. If you're not one of these people, then second half goals is the way to do it, because we are the best in the business at second half goals. Now, for years, we've been trying to create an automated signal that can replicate the selections we can pick manually. The reason for this is we don't have enough time to tip all the good selections, and we can potentially also miss selections. So the reason we want it automated is because the automation means that people can follow selections that we don't bet on, or maybe we may have missed in a day. And it also makes sure that every selection is a guaranteed selection without us needing to do research. The issue with this is it's very hard to automate such a thing because technology is obviously vastly behind, but we believe we are closing in, if not there today. So make sure to get involved and be optimistic about the money you can take out of the game. There's far too much negativity, and to be honest with you, I'm quite sick and tired of the negativity. If people are on super commission and people are limited with bookies, that is because they are betting on the wrong sports that are very, very fixed, such as horse racing, or they've already made the money from the game. Stop pulling off people that haven't, because you can make 100k in the UK via the exchanges and the sportsbook. Guaranteed. And all you need to do is follow our second half goal signals, or do your own thing. But why look a gift horse in the mouth and not follow the people that have been doing this for years? You know, we're so advanced that we're trying to create an automated signal that does better than what we can actually pick a selection manually. So make sure to get involved. We had a great win in Italy last evening, and we're going to make sure to keep on winning for you guys and be transparent, because we do this in the free Telegram channel because nobody else that is giving any other system, any other tips or service gives things for free without affiliate links. There's no affiliate links and we've never had them. Okay, we're all about just being the best second half goal traders in the business. So anyway, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, and push the bell for notifications on more exciting second half goal stuff. And if you are in the UK, let's hope we can get you up to that 100k at some point. And even if you fall short and you just make yourself an extra 500,000, 2,000 a week, it's well worth that second income, isn't it? Let's face it, all money's good money. Better than losing. Okay, guys, see you in the Telegram.